is in a series of videos that I'm posting about how to draw syntactic trees. Now, I've argued that the best way is to use a paper and pencil, that there's something about actually physically drawing them that's more intuitive. However, I recognize that so much of what we do is online these days, and we have to have a way of taking those drawings that we've done and uploading them. So this is going to be one technique of translating your hand-drawn trees into something that you can actually copy and paste into a file or put it directly onto Canvas or whatever. And this technique relies on an equivalence between the trees that we're drawing here, that we've done several times now, and bracketing. Before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about something that my professor Jim Macaulay used to say. So he would get the question fairly regularly, do you really think that speakers of languages, that they have in their minds this kind of tree structure for sentences? And Macaulay thought that was a ridiculous question because he said, we have no idea what's actually going on in a human's mind, how they're visualizing this in a sense, that the tree structures is just a way that linguists have developed for representing hierarchical structure. And it's that hierarchical structure that exists in the human mind, and how the human mind represents it, in the black box, we don't know, and it doesn't matter. There are lots of ways of representing hierarchies. One way, which I find to be the most intuitive, I can look at a tree structure and get it right away. I can just understand what it's representing. But there's another way, which is to use bracketing. And you might be familiar with that from, say, algebra. It's a direct equivalence, it's a mathematical equivalence, but personally, I don't find the bracketing to be as intuitively obvious. So what we've got is this generator, syntax tree generator, and I'll post the link for this with the video. All right, so what the syntax tree generator does is you enter a bracketed sentence with labels, and it will generate the tree for you. So we'll begin with a square bracket at the beginning, and then we do S, and we will then follow that by another bracket and P. And you can see as I'm doing this, it starts to generate the tree for us. And my noun phrase, right, that's the first noun phrase, consists of a determiner, and that determiner is my, so I just write that right after the D, and then I put a close bracket on it because I'm done with the determiner now. Now I'm going to do the noun, which is cat, and I close the brackets on that, and then I also close the brackets on the noun phrase because I'm all done with that noun phrase. Now I move on to the verb phrase in the sentence. So now, oh wait, I forgot my bracket. Now I do verb phrase, and that verb phrase consists of a sentential verb, SV, and that verb is believes. And I'm going to close the bracket on that. And then its complement is an S, so I've got an open bracket, put an S there. The S consists of an NP, and that noun phrase just has the lexical item she under it, so I just write that directly. Then I close my bracket on that, and I open a new bracket for the VP, which consists of a transitive verb, is, and I close the brackets on that. And then I open a new bracket for noun phrase, and that consists of a determiner, close brackets. And then I open the brackets for the next one, and I've got a noun, and that's God. And at this point, I could go ahead and close all of my brackets. And I'm gonna, I would have to, if we were gonna be doing this, for real and presenting it as a bracketed tree structure, we would want to dot our I's, cross our T's, meaning that we're going to have all of the right number of brackets. But the fact is, I've already got the tree I want. Notice that this tree here is the same tree as what we see over here. So I'm done. And now all I've got to do is I'm going to open this in a new tab. And I'm going to go up here to find that. It's right here. That way I have it, right? And I can go back and I could start making a new tree over here and quite happily do that. But I want to just go over here and I've got my structure, my bracketed structure now. And I can just copy that image and paste it into a file, or I could even just save the image as, and in this case, it's going to save it as a PNG image. I'm going to cancel that because I don't really feel like saving that, but you get the idea that once you have that tree structure generated by this syntax tree generator, then you've got it, and you can save it, you can copy and paste it, do whatever you want with it, and it's all good.